You hear that? You hear that little bass drum behind the song? I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, hello everybody. I am Jaren. I'm joined here with Josh and Chok, and this
Hey, guys.
is the Family of Fear podcast.
That's right.
We have a fun Thanksgiving-themed filled. What
we?
am I even
I
saying?
think we have one movie.
We have one movie that has something to do about Thanksgiving because this is technically our Thanksgiving episode Dose.
Yep.
And what is that movie? That movie is in fact
KRISTY.
KRISTY.
All right then. All right. How do you guys feel about it?
You want to tell
Okay,
us what
so
it's about?
Let's do a plot analysis.
Yeah.
Let's not do any spoilers on any of the films that we talk about today. Let's just go ahead and give just a brief overview of what KRISTY is. A girl stays home on her college campus. Well, not really home, but stays on campus while everybody's on break for Thanksgiving. They're all leaving. She's all alone on the campus besides her, a groundskeeper, and a security guard. Little does she know, she's actually being targeted by a very cult-like group who kill girls who they think are goody two-shoes. They call the girl KRISTY, when the actual girl in the movie, her name is Justine.
Wait, did you just spoil the whole thing?
What?
Did you just spoil like the whole movie?
No. Okay. So, honestly, when I watched this movie, I thought it was more of a thriller than a horror movie. Actiony than it was, like, it had those horror elements, but a lot of it was just, like, her running away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I felt very unimpressed near the beginning because a lot of stuff was not happening. But
Right.
once the shit hit the fan, I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty decent movie.
Well, see, it didn't hit me for that till the end.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
guess for the last 30 minutes, it kind of picks up, and
Yeah.
then for the rest of the movie, you're just kind of watching her pant and struggle. And what it really reminded me of a lot was the movie You're Next. And hear me out on this. It's mainly because it's definitely a strong final girl movie. Same with the other movie we're going to be talking about, Last Shift. They're both strong final girl movies. So was You're Next. You're Next had a hardcore, compelling female actress. She was the leading role, and what it does is like they make her realize her fear, realize her situation, and she has to combat and find ways to survive and to even retaliate to her attackers.
Right.
Yeah, I thought Ashley Greene was really good in this movie. She's the girl in the hood. Comes at the end.
She was good for
okay.
the
Creepy.
5 lines. that
Yeah.
she had.
Yeah.
For the 5 sentences that she says, which are super short and not even like she's like saying it on the phone.
Well, that's all you need.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's pretty much like a cat and mouse movie. Truly.
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, the whole thing was just like she's one place, and then they follow her, and then she runs to another place, and then she sometimes throws out her clever little traps, similar to Home Alone, if you've ever seen that movie.
This
I think it's
Okay,
more
so,
similar to The
um,
Strangers, but it just takes place in the campus instead of a house.
Yeah.
it's very cliche with the whole masked hooded killers running around. James Ransone, who's the cop, the deputy in the Sinister movie, Sinister 1, he's like a bit character. In Sinister 2, he's the main character. He's also in this movie as the groundskeeper. And I think my least favorite part of this entire movie, which it somewhat is not much of a spoiler, but I'm telling you what's going to happen in this scene. She finds the groundskeeper, which is James Ransone, is like, hey, help, there's people, yada, yada, yada. Okay, he gets a gun, and he has like a giant Rottweiler, and he's like, alright, I'm gonna go shoot off my gun in the air and scare these kids away. Okay, so he does that. The dog runs out. The dog gets killed. He's upset, and he's like, he has a loaded shotgun. He sees all the people walking to them. Now, let me say this. None of those people had guns. They are armed with baseball bats, knives, and a hammer. They're walking towards him, and he has a shotgun in his hand. What does he do? He runs back into the house. That made me so angry, because it's one of those, like, if they the movie would have been over in 30 minutes because if it was real life, cap, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they wanted the movie to go on, of course, because it's a horror movie. They have to elongate it, and so foolishness inside presides. Like it's just, ugh.
Right. I'm gonna say this too. Like, whenever the main character had a chance to have a weapon that she may have stolen from the antagonist,
Yeah.
like the car scene, then and she didn't grab it. That's what really bugged me. Like she had a chance to, and I'm trying to say this without any spoilers. I think I might be failing, but
The car scene bummed me out is because you have the car. Like, leave.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Drive away.
That's a good point too. All right, let's talk about the good and the bad. All right, what do you guys think was bad about the movie?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Like, besides the gun scene, of course, which that was just irritating enough for me to watch. A lot of cliche moments. The actors make a lot of dumb decisions that you're just kind of sitting there, just going like, "Why would you do that? Why are you
Yeah.
thinking this way?" And it does, like in certain parts on those, like redeem itself near the end, when the girl Justine gets into her kick-A mode. Um, I'm gonna have to say this. I think the whole concept with the mass killers and the hoodies running around has been done so much. It's cool that they have it on a university campus. Cool theme, cool
Yeah.
idea, but this would have been cooler if it came out like back when those were just all the rage. Like this is very out there and very random slasher flick. All in all, I mean, I don't know. There's just too many cliche moments that you're just kind of sitting there like, wow, like this is a 2014 movie. You should realize that was that's a bad mistake to put in your movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think was the bad in it, Chok?
I have to agree with Jaren on how cliche the movie is, and I think that's pretty much what I have to say because I saw this film actually like a year ago. It was released in my country, and I don't know. Somehow it just got released in America or something on Netflix. So it's really not that fresh in my mind, but I remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just remember
Thailand
it
got it
for-
a year before all of us, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can all agree that it was the main problems with it was the cliches and the dumb character choices.
Yeah.
Right, so let's look at the good in this movie. I know there's good. I actually did enjoy watching this movie. It wasn't all bad. So I guess I'll start off by saying that I know Jaren talked about the cliche with the masks, but I actually kind of like the idea of the tinfoil homemade mask because they look creepy and uneven. And I mean, let's be honest, if you saw a guy with a tinfoil mask and a hood, it'd be terrifying. And I just, especially at the end, you could tell she, there's some really cool scenes how she escaped and like outran these guys trying to kill her. And I enjoyed watching that part a lot. All right, what about you guys? What do you think was good about the movie?
I can understand the cliche also being part of something that we enjoy because, yeah, mass killers, mass group killers, been a very overdone concept, but deep down in my heart, it's still fun to watch a bunch of dudes in creepy masks chase after people. I always enjoy that.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the 2006 French horror film Them? It's a bunch of hooded people attacking this couple, and it's very like almost similar to like a lot of things that they do. Like in Them, there's a noise rattler thing that this guy has. They keep shaking to like make noise just to kind of creep out who he's attacking. Kind of like in this movie, the guy whistling. I thought that was creepy. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the song he was whistling? Was it like this? Jesus loves me. That's it.
Yeah, Jesus loves me. This I know. Yeah, that. I'm not
Josh,
gonna
dude, don't be holding back your voice, man. Just belt it out there. Just sing it out.
Yeah, sing it out. Yeah.
I also kind of liked. I saw that they were trying to correlate it kind of to the deep web. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it reminded me of
Dark
like Darknet, that TV
Oh
series that was
yes,
out.
I really enjoyed that.
That was a
I
good.
mean,
That was a good show.
I hope they make a second season. But just the idea, like, what really creeps me out the most is like the idea that people upload these videos to like a porn site on the deep web, and like people get off to that. That's what really creeps me
If
out.
we go deep into this, yes, people do, but
Right.
But
the
yeah,
whole
but
the
yeah,
cult aspect of it's cool though.
but yeah, I
Mhm.
think the movie is really fast pacing, and if you like a thriller and you don't like
Yeah.
a slow paced horror movie, I think this movie would be for you. It's not that
Yeah.
gory or anything, but it's fun. It's edge of your seat chilling. So
Now I want to talk about a movie that I also watched that I think is a little bit more tenseful and a little bit more a
let
little
me
bit more fast paced
let me
than
guess, The Strangers.
no, a little
Oh.
bit more fast paced than freaking Christie
Okay.
is Last Shift. Now
Last shift.
Last
you guys,
Shift.
you have seen Last Shift. I know you have. It's the cover with the guy with the pentagram carved in his face, the sharp teeth. It looks crazy, right? When I first
Yeah.
heard of this movie, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks goofy. It's going to be one of those that has no plot, no. There's just going to be craziness happening.
And you're
Not going to
right.
make any sense at all. I was pleasantly surprised. There was a plot, and I thought, in my personal opinion, it was a good one. It kind of related to the Manson family and like a cultic thing. Again, kind of like the theme this
Yeah,
year
we all
of this
know and
episode is
love.
going to be cultic stuff. Because Christie, it was cultic, and in Last Shift, it was also extremely cultic. Chok, I know that Chok did not like this film at all. And when I
No,
really
not at
wanted
all.
to, I
Yeah.
found out because like I know it's a very low budget horror film. A lot of the scares were somewhat cheap because there's a lot of jump scares.
Right.
I didn't mind that. I thought some of the scenes and some of the gags that they had in the film were very well done for the budget they had. They got pretty good actors for it. Cool twist at the end. Chuck, let me hear what you didn't like about it.
So I actually gave this movie a C. So I don't like completely hate it, but I just don't like it.
Well, that's fair. I would
It's
give
a-
it a C too.
It's fair because I almost gave it a C minus, but seeing it as a low budget horror movie, I just feel bad for it.
Okay.
But
All right. Let's.
I mean the plot.
You
I
feel
mean
bad
the-
for him, so you gave him a C and not a C minus.
Aw.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
You
right?
do have a heart.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere.
I mean, like the plot is. I mean, the plot is like really simple, and most of the scare are just like really borrowed from other movies, like The Poltergeist, Evil Dead, and The Sixth Sense, and like the character is really not that interesting, and you don't even want to care whether she's gonna live or die. And
Yeah.
yeah, it just takes quite some time to finally reach the climax. And before that, it's just all
Okay.
cliche stuff, and I don't know why I should be sitting through this cliche stuff that I know that is gonna happen anyway in the next hour, and then just have to sit through all this. But I have to say that the makeup
Right.
was really impressive, though. It looks really creepy and really
Right.
original. The star thing on
I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about this real fast because this guy on the poster art, the poster child, the guy with the pentagram carved into his face with the sharp
Yeah.
teeth, he is in fact. Here's a spoiler. He's in the movie. Fun fact: a lot of people were afraid that he wouldn't be. He's in the movie for 2 quick scenes, and that made me upset because
yeah.
he looked awesome. They did a great job with his makeup. He's creepy. If I saw that guy in the alleyway, I'd scream.
And you have to wait an hour until you get to see him. Isn't
You have to
that-
wait a while. You see
Yeah.
him, and then you don't see him again, and it's like, come on, put him in there more. He kind of does like an insidious red demon scare. At one point, like he just kind of like jumps through like a doorway right into your face.
Right.
I'm just bummed out that they didn't get to utilize that guy more. His makeup was amazing.
Yeah.
It just feels like they put a lot into him, not to use him as much as they played it out they
I
would.
think they kind of want to make it kind of like Hellraiser, You know how Pinhead just come
Right,
out at
I
the
noticed
end?
that.
Yeah. Just for like 5 minutes,
Oh.
and people are just like, oh, he finally comes, you know?
It's like oh, Pinhead, Hellraiser, he's like so cool. It's like he only has like 3 scenes.
Okay, so the main thing I found bad in this, and we talked a little bit about this, but there's an astounding amount of cliches in that movie. Like,
It's
you know,
cliches
there's
all in these new modern
oh Jesus,
2014 low budget movies.
there is I think I counted 2 scenes where she saw something like really creepy, like maybe out of the corner of her eyes, and then she looked at it and she was scared. Then she looked the other direction, and then when she pulled out her gun to point at it, it would be gone. Like, those scenes are so
Yeah.
cliche now.
Like, I mean, the chair scene, you know, how she turned away, and then the next scene, the chair just got all stacked up, and she thought
Yeah.
someone was playing a prank. Who can play who can play a prank on that? Like, is that a police station, not a
she
magic
was like,
show,
oh,
you
you
know?
guys are just
It's
pranking
obvious.
me. It's like, if they're pranking you, those guys are masters. Like, they're master prankers. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't that scene from like what is it? Paranormal Activity, where all the chairs go crazy places or
Yeah,
something?
and Porter
There's a
Guys
lot
as
of
well.
movies
A
that
lot of
have
movies.
chairs and stuff
Yeah.
and like other things being stacked like real quickly when the camera looks away.
And she still
I
thought
thought
it
the
was
way they
someone.
did it was very well done.
Yeah.
It was very smooth, like really smooth.
I love
Um,
the locker scene was really good. That was really creepy and well shot.
See, a lot of the scenes and effects that they did were really, really like creepy. Like I jumped a few times, and these kind of
Right.
movies don't
Right.
necessarily scare me. But like, in a lot of the scenes, like you'll see something in the like. There's a lot of background creepiness going on, along with a great. I'm sorry, not a great mix, but there's a bit of an overflow of jump scares. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool scenes I enjoyed about like the whole cult thing being in the like the whole cult prison thing. Love the theme, love the idea. I thought the concept was unique in my opinion. The concept
Yeah.
was unique. The execution was really what was cliche about it, but the concept was very unique. Um, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both of these
Well,
movies, Christie and Last Shift. I enjoyed watching them.
I will say one of the scenes that really, one scene actually kind of creeped me out. Is there? I don't know if this is too much of a spoiler, but there's this girl with a messed up, and she's like messed up face, and she's like with like long arms, and she's like crawling around the bookcases. The
Yeah.
part that you could see her just like go by, and she has like
I jumped.
weirdly shaped arms.
Totally jumped at
That
that scene.
really made that sent shivers down my spine.
That whole scene with that girl was very, very creepy. It made me on edge a little bit.
Like you could hear the cracking of her bones. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. But
a lot of
yeah.
great gags in that.
Did you actually see a cameraman in one scene, like the reflection of the
Oh, really?
cameraman?
Yeah,
It's really
I
obvious. I'm like,
yeah.
oh come on. He was standing there holding a camera, and yeah.
I got the Snapchat from Chok, and he was like circling the camera guy's
Oh.
silhouette in the doorway. I laughed.
like,
I was like, "That's
come on."
hilarious."
Yeah.
There's 2 scenes in there that seemed really out of place, or 2 ideas. Like the very beginning when she goes in, that old guy says, "Turn around," and like you think it's gonna go off of that, but nothing really happens with that. Just kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Like, do you remember that?
Wait, which scene?
Like, it's the very beginning when she walks in, and it's that old police officer, and he's just yelling at her to turn
Oh yeah,
around.
you know what's crazy is they never explained that.
Yeah, that's what I thought was stupid. Like, were you gonna gonna do something with that, or what's the angle here?
I didn't even think about that till now. That's
they
actually
just-
very crazy. There's a whole
Yeah.
segment of that they did not even explain. A very crucial part at the very beginning of the film.
Yeah, you think they're gonna go off that, right? But no, he's just being a dick.
He's
And
just-
another thing,
He's yelling. He's just an uncontrollable drunk. It seems like.
Yes.
he's just banging on a door. He's like, "God damn it!" And then he turns around and
Starts
sees her.
yelling
He starts
at her.
yelling at her.
I thought
And
the
another thing, the stupid homeless man.
I thought the homeless man added a great aspect to it because it
Really?
added another person in there.
He's got
And so like a
creepy-
lot of the stuff that you saw, you're like, I don't know if that's real. And then if you saw
Okay.
him, it's like I know that's real. And so
Yeah.
what they kind of did with that was they wanted to blend what was real and what was not real, to where you would get confused and you don't know what's what.
Well, see, I don't understand why they added the scene of him just pissing himself in the police station. How did the hell did he get in a police station, and why would he be there?
Dude, he's homeless. He's just an uncontrollable drunk homeless.
And there's that one girl who came. Did they ever explain that? Like the one girl who's just
Yeah.
cigarettes?
I think they
no,
just
she
put her
she was
there
a
just to
hooker.
explain the story and keep the story moving, and that's all.
She was just for plot development.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, she was a hooker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she had like the freaking glass high heels,
And
super
giant
short skirt.
boobs.
She was smoking, and she had
Yeah.
a bruise on her face.
Oh. Well, I noticed we have pointed all mostly bad things about it, but I will say the ending is I really enjoyed the ending.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
spoil.
like the ending a lot. Oh, we can't give the ending
Can't
away.
give a spoil.
Go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's
Yeah.
streaming. It's a great flick for with your friends because it's scary. A lot of jump outs. A lot of good Saturday night movie.
Yeah,
go
and,
watch it at
I
your
guess
own
we'll go
risk.
back around
I
and
don't recommend it.
give our at the end and give our movies a letter grade. But what are we going to talk about next?
We got I have news for sci-fi fans out there. Riddick. Vin Diesel announced that there is going to be a Riddick sequel and a Riddick TV show. The TV show is going to be called Merc City, and it's going to be following. It's going to be in the same universe as Riddick, and it's going to be following the mercs and bounty hunters in that universe and their day-to-day jobs. I'm excited. I enjoyed the Riddick movies. Very, very creepy and/or fun sci-fi
Violence,
thrillers. They're
gory,
very, very enjoyable,
bloody.
very actiony.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to find the name. Okay, so it's the next chapter of the Riddick Chronicles is going to be Chronicles of Riddick Furia. That's what he's calling it. And this is straight from Vin Diesel himself. This is his announcement.
You know when it's coming out?
What is this coming out? Oh, I don't know if I give a specific date or not.
Next year.
He said... Yeah, okay, so...
Possibly next year. I don't think it would take that long, I guess.
He said next month about 2 days ago for the TV show.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was
So-
fast.
Which is weird, just because, honestly, I'm not gonna lie on this, I have heard nothing besides directly from Vin Diesel about this TV show until, now. I've been kept in the dark on this, pun intended.
Oh my god.
Well, it is Thanksgiving. It's coming up. By the time this episode's out, it should be about 2 days, maybe a day away from Thanksgiving. 2 movies that I know that you guys have not seen, that I've seen, and are very, very interesting movies, is Thanksgiving, starring Crazy Killer Turkey. There's not a second one. There's a third one.
Turkey.
It's Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3.
Turkey.
Oh,
Was it
Jesus.
good? What is...
You hit a new low.
Dude, it says on the cover, I have the DVDs in my hand actually.
Was it
on the
really
cover-
cheesy?
Oh, it's, yeah. On the
Extremely
cover it says boobs in the first second.
There you go. If you want boobs in the first second, listeners.
Okay,
Blood,
have you
Beast,
This
seen...
week's for you.
Okay,
The
have you
Sacred
seen
Cookies.
Sharknado?
I'm sorry?
Have you guys seen Sharknado?
Oh
Sharknado?
my gosh.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Is
but
it
I-
better than
I want
Thanksgiving?
to talk about Sharknado.
Okay, compare
Yes,
Thanksgiving to
I-
Sharknado. Which one is better? 'Cause it
Oh my
looks
God,
kinda like the
Thanksgiving.
same. Thanksgiving? Okay.
It's practical effects. Thanksgiving's practical effects.
Okay.
Sharknado's all CGI.
Yeah, that movie was crap.
That practical effects win over anything every single time.
I would be down
so-
for boobs and killer turkey.
Okay, so
It's like another horror movie on Netflix right now that's kind of inspired by the 1982 The Thing called
Yeah.
Harbinger Down. They use nothing but practical effects in that, and it's great. Like, they did a great job with it.
you guys want to review that next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could cover
Possibly.
Harbinger Down next week. That'd be a good one.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and I also want to shout out this movie that I saw this week. It's called The Funhouse Massacre, starring Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger, and it was a really good, it was a really fun horror comedy film. You know, about this psychopath.
Yeah, Chuck, you
running
saw
a haunted
Funhouse
house.
Massacre on a movie like premiere. It's like a
No, it's not
like
a
preview.
no, not a premiere. They actually show it in one theater in LA right now. It's that Universal City Walk where Universal Studio is, and it's still showing right now. And they have like 6 showtimes right now. So if you're around the area, feel free and go watch it in theaters.
All right.
I would love to catch that on video on demand because I freaking love Robert Englund.
Yeah, it was a fun.
Okay, so
movie.
can I move on to the next thing, Jaren, or do you still want to go over Thanksgiving?
Are you done with the turkey?
Eli Roth has a short trailer called Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
he made it as a joke.
Yeah,
and it's very slashery, grindhousey feel. Called Thanksgiving. It's a funny thing to watch on YouTube. Pull it up if you can. There's a rumor that they're going to turn it into a full feature film. So Eli Roth may or may not be directing a full-length Thanksgiving horror movie.
we have to see about that. Yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was, before we started this episode, I was informed that I was not supposed to talk about aliens this week, and I was not supposed to talk about The Walking Dead this week. But
I mean, you can talk about The Walking Dead.
Somebody told me I couldn't, but what I'm going to say is
Chok,
I'm not going to talk about it this week. I mean, I'm not going to name any names, but
It was Chok.
it was some asshole, and I hate him. Anyways.
I hate Chok too.
And what I was going to say, I'm not going to talk about The Walking Dead this week, but next episode, we'll have watched the season finale, and I guess Chok will have watched it too. I don't think Jaren watches the show still.
Keep it up.
You got to get back on that.
No,
Anyway,
okay, you guys can
we're gonna
talk
give
about
our
The
own
Walking
thoughts and
Dead. You know,
feelings.
just talk about it. I
Yeah.
don't care anymore. I'm not gonna watch it anymore. Just talk about it. The Walking Dead. What happens? What happens tonight? What happens tonight? I quit. Okay, I officially quit watching Walking Dead. So
You are?
yeah.
Oh, well, one of my friends was excited because he knew about our podcast, and he's like, yeah, he's going to talk about The Walking Dead, so I guess we just lost a viewer.
Sorry.
No, I mean you can. I mean you can just talk about talk about it now because I'm not watching it anymore. But
Okay, well, I'll be watching the season finale, so you're welcome, guys. And anyways, I'm not going to talk about it this week, but I will talk something about zombies.
Glenn
and me and Chok
is-
talking about this.
Glenn is. Come on, people want to know. Is Glenn?
You could just watch the episode yourself.
Is Glenn.
Hold up, guys.
No, last week I was very stubborn, and I apologize for that. Okay. All right, and speaking, I was talking to Chok about this not long ago. And I've been doing it recently. It's the Zombies Run app, and I've actually been doing it for a while, and I really recommend it. And if any runners out there want to try it, it's an amazing horror kind of thriller zombie story that anybody can get into.
And if you're like the rest of us who just wants to stay inside and watch horror movies, don't get the app.
Because it's for people who run, so if you just walk,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna die.
And
If you're one of the rare athletic horror fans out there in the world,
like me,
get it, enjoy it, maybe spice up your run a bit with the fear of being chased and eaten by
Who's
zombies.
probably
Yeah,
gonna be the
actually,
first
it's,
type of people to die in a horror film? Then feel free to download the app.
yeah. I mean, out of all seriousness, though, I really did enjoy using this. It helped me start to run. If anybody's looking to get into shape and enjoys zombies as much as I do, then get the app. It's free right now. It's a really fun story.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or you could do
Nice.
what I do is I have like a net or hook system that has like dangling a picture of Josh behind me. So I turn around, I see Josh's face, I get scared and start to run faster.
Oh, that's a really
could
good
work.
joke, Jaren.
You just have that's like a
Did you know
big
he
shift
won
thing
the
there.
most wittiest award in our high school? That's just a fun fact I'm throwing out there.
I'm a funny person. I have to admit.
All right. So, is there any other, more movies we want to talk about, or any news?
I don't know, man. I think
Any
we are
movies?
good. So
All right. So I guess let's go back. We reviewed KRISTY and The Last Shift. So, what letter grade would you give KRISTY, guys?
I'm gonna say B.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go with C plus.
Okay, so wait, time out. Are we doing pluses and minuses here?
Yeah, you can do plus and minus.
Oh, okay, then B minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with B minus too. I was thinking about giving it a C, C plus, during the whole thing, but the end part brought it up to a B minus for me.
All right, on Last Shift, I'm gonna go ahead and give that one. I'm gonna give that one a B minus as well.
Aw.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Now,
give
which
that
one do you
one.
like?
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a C.
I'm gonna give it a C as well.
Also.
C plus. I'll give it a C plus.
No.
It scared me. I have
Aw.
to. Anything that scares me, I'm just gonna have to give a better grade.
Yeah. So, you gave them both B minuses. Which one do you like better, Jaren?
I'm gonna have to say I think I enjoyed watching Last Shift more, but I think the better movie is KRISTY.
Okay. So, would you recommend this to our listeners?
Oh, definitely. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. Any free movie is a good movie to watch.
I would not.
Okay.
Go watch the Funhouse Massacre instead
Yeah.
of these two. Just don't waste your time on these two. Or go watch Dead Chasm or the one that we reviewed last week.
Okay, yes,
Just skip
there's
these
a
two.
lot of better movies out there, but if you have time, check
If you
these
have
movies
time.
out. They're
You're
good.
bored and you have some friends over and you want to watch a horror movie, I definitely recommend this.
We will bring you more on news with the whole Riddick movie and the Riddick TV show coming out as that develops. The Zombie Run app, Josh, what's the name of that app?
Zombies Run.
Yeah.
Check it
Zombies
out.
Run.
So
Yeah.
if you
That app-
hate watching horror movies, then just download Zombie Run. Just go run out and exercise and get in shape. instead
Play your
of
favorite
watching horror
podcast, wink
movies.
wink, and get chased by zombies on your
There
run.
you go.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
awesome.
Just
Listen to
open
us
up a
and run.
YouTube video because this is only on YouTube right now.
I'm with Jaren.
We're worth the data.
I'm Jaren. I am with Family of Fear at Instagram and on Facebook. With Josh Blank. Josh Blank on
Blank.
Instagram. You can follow Chok on Instagram at Movies Maniacs and Movies Maniac. He's also on Facebook. It's the same name. Thank
We
you
have a
guys.
Facebook page too that you can like.
Family of Fear
Please
Facebook
like
page.
us.
Look it up. Follow it.
Please.
Love it.
Please do it.
It's gonna be good. We're amping it up a little bit.
Yeah. Get better with every episode.
Before we go, I want to say one more thing. Be on the lookout on the Family of Fear Instagram page for a giveaway that's going to happen at the very beginning of December.
Wow, another
If you have
giveaway.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, let me just say this.
Let
It's
him
gonna-
say this.
It's going to be good. It's going
It's
to be a
gonna be
really good
good.
giveaway.
All right.
So I guess we are done for this week. And
Be on the
I hope to
lookout.
see all of you guys again next week.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.